Alright, here we go. First of the month, first of the year. Reflection. No, yeah, reflection. Reception and reflection. Here we go. Trendy people. Food. Yep. Instructors. Excited student.
Yes.
Hello.
Smile for the camera?
Yeah, the video camera. Yep, coming through. Well attended. Some artwork.
I'm having a hard time.
Pam Kotila. Pamela Kotila.
But it was, while he was young, his 90th story. So I missed the nice one.
Yeah, we had a lot of one weather.
Very warm. The date said he was complaining that the heat was actually 5 years.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
For this semester, this is my curator, Jessica Eichhorn. And we are very excited to have Pamela Kotila and her exhibition of comic art to the gallery. Pamela graduated from Finlandia in 2010, the spring of 2010, with a BFA in Fiber and Fashion Design. And she has brought her comic book, Pandora Volume 1, to the gallery. The story and art is all hers, and so we're very excited to hear more about it.
I've been drawing comics my entire life. One of the first ones I did was an attempt to make me not afraid of the flu shot. It did not work, but I still draw despite that failure. This comic in specific I started in 2003 after I noticed that web comics existed. I didn't know that you could just have your comic online. And I was reading a really great one, and I decided to make one of mine exist online. And all my previous comics didn't cut it for some reason, so I decided to take that age-old advice, which is write what you know. And I had never taken it before because I was young and in high school, and I couldn't think of any more boring place than a UP. But there we have it. The comic does take place in the UP. If you recognize any landmarks or parody names of anything, you're probably right. So this comic I've been drawing for 7 years. It was a kind of a day-by-day thing, which each page was a situation or scenario. I have been wanting to redo it forever because when I first started drawing it, I didn't really care too much about backgrounds. If you did see a background, I didn't use rulers, so you'd see like buildings leaning at 45-degree angles and characters floating in white spaces. So I had this great world imagined in my mind, but I wasn't drawing it, and like that, I don't think the audience was quite getting what I was trying to portray. But it was always more important to advance the story than to go back and redo what was done. I had a classmate, last fall, I think, which gave me the opportunity to revisit this comic. And I've been working on it very hard ever since. My method for this comic was much different than what I usually do, so it took me much longer. But there that is. What I try to do with my comic is tolerance. I like to show beauty through diversity, and mostly it's comedy. I think comedy is a good vehicle for change. People enjoy their experience with comedy. They listen to what it has to say. I think, and here's the comic. There are 2 in the gallery. If you want to look at it, you can. Please don't remove it from the Portage campus. You can read it somewhere else, student lounge, whatever, just bring it back. There are only 2, and UMA has claimed one of them. So what you see on the wall is chapter 1 and 2, and that's in grayscale. Ultimately, the entire book will look like that. This is just a dummy copy. It hasn't really been proofread or gone over, so there are errors, so please be kind to it. Questions?